think everybody did a great job on the Montana gray wolf harvest analysis and looking at your first kind of GIS application. Just a couple things. Some of you, when you were asked how many city points there were, a lot of people looked at the index number and said there were 6. And actually, one of the just peculiarities of most GIS systems is that they will begin numbering with the number 0. This is also part of programming language, so that the first element is 0 in a list and the 10th element is actually 9 if you start counting at 0. So the correct answer is that there are 7 city points and not just 6. So just always make sure you kind of look and see where your beginning number starts and not just where your ending number ends. Another very common issue was just recording of latitude and longitude and estimating latitude and longitude. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I've got the 5-degree grid on, and when I said to turn on the 2 location points, I think this is location 1. Let me just see. Yeah, look, point 1, and then the other one is point 2. So you can do some guesstimating here. This is 105 degrees west, and that's 110 degrees west. So halfway would be 107.5 degrees west. So if you got 106 degrees west longitude, 107 degrees west longitude, you did pretty good with that one. The latitude, so this is halfway up this grid would be 47.5, and so maybe 48. A lot of people missed this one, and I'm not really sure what happened. But this is 110 degrees, this is 115 degrees, this is 120 degrees. And so this one is halfway at maybe 117.5 degrees. Now, if you want to actually know more exactly, there is a way to do that. You can do that in the measuring window. And you can choose the location link. And if I click on that point, it will tell me the longitude and latitude. Now remember, in the explanation, I said that ArcGIS Online lists the longitude first and the latitude second, and we won't record them that way. That is not conventional. Most other mapping programs, most other coordinate programs, most other businesses in the entire flippin' world use latitude first and then longitude second. So it's important to know which one the program is using, but then you need to write them correctly to me. So this is giving us latitude, longitude in what is called decimal degrees. You can change to degrees, minutes, and seconds, which is just a different way to look at them. And then we can do the same. I'm just going to scoot to this one over here. I'm going to click on this, and 106, I'm going to read it correctly, 48 degrees 7 minutes 43 seconds north, and 106 degrees 52 minutes 22 seconds west. I think those were the big issues with the lab. Let's see, and then I think some of the hypothesis was to look at a couple areas, and I think primarily there's this area and that area. These 2 areas do not have any wolf harvest. And I think to do a proper job of this, you would have to turn on different base maps. You might want to turn on the imagery base map, although that's already on, so that would be silly. You could turn on the U.S. streets base map and then actually turn off these harvest areas. By zooming in, you could see that, so some people said there was no water, but I do see quite a bit of water here, or some lakes. I see a good road system. Let's go back to the other one. This one has water, has also road systems, has a lot of water, so I couldn't really use that as my criteria. A lot of people mentioned elevation, um, so we could put on the topo map for that and take a look. So that was mainly what I was hoping that you would go through, is look at the different types of base maps, look at elevation, look at population, look at closeness to any of the big cities, and basically kind of see what kind of things you might want to research or look at if you were asked to try to find out why there weren't any harvest in those areas as of that date. The other thing might just be actually to look on the website and see if there's any harvest now, or call the Fish and Wildlife and find out. But that was not the assignment. So I was looking for a little bit more discussion, just giving you practice of observation using the different base maps and zooming in and out. But all in all, a great first assignment.